Um,
Assuming an affirmative.
yes, okay. And was also discussing about fortune in the follow-up, which we know about that, and kind of a rendition of the Cinderella challenge, and kind of gave us different scenarios to take, because we know we don't want to use and abuse that. We'll do it at the end of the month and kind of exhaust all of the resources. So she was kind of giving, sorry, I'm turning my TV off. Kind of giving us some different ways of how to approach customers and be in their inboxes, not only to obtain a sale, but to also build relationships to prospect for business partners. So it was very insightful, I thought. So thank you for hopefully kind of recap that. I don't know.
That's good. Yeah, I was just kind of sharing, I think it is important that we remember that, I've seen girls accomplish so much in that last 24 to 48 hours that it blows my mind. And I think a lot of times if we'll just start that a week or two earlier, where, I know obviously we're not going to stay up till 3 a.m. on a regular weeknight all the time, but if we can kind of take some of those tactics that we use at the end, what's wrong? Oh, okay. At the end of the month, that we can really build a stronger business throughout the month. And I think a lot of times what happens is if we wait too long, we have a tendency to come off as desperate, or like our products aren't as good as what they really are. We have amazing products. We have an incredible opportunity. We just have to really consistently show people that we mean what we're saying. So one of the things I mentioned in a follow-up process to really kind of do the Cinderella challenge, I'm sure most of you are familiar with Cinderella challenge, and if you're not, basically what it is asking your close friends and family and people that support you to, basically place an order of as little as $15, that you're close to a promotion, letting them know, and really just saying, your support means a lot to me. I'm X amount away from my promotion. Thanks for all you do, blah, blah, blah. Well, it works. I've seen a lot of people do it at the end of the month and being able to get a lot of sales. But I find that, like Sarah said, we don't want to use and abuse this because it can come off desperate. It can come off like, well, why aren't you selling products? Why do you constantly have to ask me favors to purchase products under you? So really, how can we word this in a way that's going to come off like really we're putting them first and not ourselves? And it's not about us always gaining, that really true customer service is putting your customer first. So I kind of mentioned that in reaching out to customers that have purchased from you, especially ones that haven't purchased in a while, just saying something like, I'm looking at Cassie Kent right now, so I'm just going to use the name Cassie, but saying, hey, Cassie, I just wanted to reach out and let you know how much your support means to me. I know that there are other presenters that you could have purchased from in the past, but the fact that you chose me means the world. And it's because of customers like you that this month I'm working toward a promotion that I'm only, $500 away from. So thank you so much for all your support. So it's truly like an indirect way to reach out to people to kind of ask for support without actually asking, and really making it more about them than it is about you. Any comments? Anybody want to share anything about something like that? No.
So I'm taking your advice and I'm doing it right now, and I've already had one person interested. So
good.
It's working.
Yay.
Consistent in doing it.
I think so much of that in sales, though, it's so much about how we're wording things,
Mm-hmm.
that same with prospecting, the opportunity, and, cruise points, all of it is you can ask for people's support. It's just about how you're asking. Same with our posts. We know that there's a way to post about the same product.
And then put see you, and then put suckers.
Oh. Who is that? Somebody's cute and talking. I can't hear, or I can't see who it is. But we all know that, when you look at posts, there are ways that we can come off, like, I can post about the mascara, and somebody else can post about the mascara, and it sends two different messages depending on how it's being worded and how it's being represented. So the same goes that when we're in people's inbox, when we're following up, when we're asking them to take a peek at our business, it's all about wording. So really just coming down to I kind of reached out to Liz earlier today and I said, hey, what do you want to talk about tonight on the meeting? And you know, really, honestly, most times it comes back to that daily checklist, the daily actions that you can do to build your business every single day and incorporating that. But when you look at your business over the last month and you're not selling, you're not sponsoring, you're not growing, but yet you're doing the actions, that's when you start to think, okay, maybe I need to tweak my wording. Maybe I need to study how to close a deal better. Maybe I need to study like how I could come off where I don't sound like I'm begging them to support me and make people want to support me instead of me having to constantly ask them. So, Liz, do you want to say anything on that?
No, well, I'll add something. You said earlier, you know, oftentimes people wait till the end of the month and they're like, oh my gosh, I could really actually promote. And so then they start asking for favors and coming off almost desperate, and that in a hurry, oh my gosh, we have a deadline mentality really, really shows through, and it seems very, very selfish. And so if you just consistently work every day, you're going to work smarter, you're not going to work harder, and promotions are going to happen organically. So when you push and push and push and do these crazy Hail Marys at the end of the month, that's just not organic. So you're not going to maintain.
Right.
And so it's just the daily activities. And oftentimes people are just overthinking it. And it's really, don't overthink it. Use the daily checklist. If you get the daily checklist done and you still have an hour, do it again. Because then you're building a balanced business. It's not hard work. It is hard work, but it's simple little things. So don't wait till the end of the month to get your hustle on. Work your business consecutively, day in and day out.
Right.
Does someone have a question?
Can you tell us what the 3 A's are again? I got ask, and that was all I got.
Okay. So ask is number one, obviously being willing to ask for people to take a look at your products, ask them to take a look at your opportunity, ask them to support your business. Number 2 is affirmative. So speaking in positive language. In Sarah's team page, I was just kind of talking about when you go to a restaurant and they have like the best dessert ever. We were talking about this restaurant called BJ's. It's in our town. And they have the best like pizookie in the world. It's a pizza cookie with ice cream on top, and it's amazing. So when I tell people about that, I tell them, you have to go here because you're gonna love it, and it's so stinking good, and it'll change your life, and it's worth every calorie. You know what I mean? Like, I'm speaking because I'm confident they're gonna love it. So it's in the affirmative. It's in positive language. Same with our business. Same with our opportunity, our products. We know they're amazing. So we can speak in positive language when we follow up saying, oh, how did you love your product? That's a positive language instead of, hey, did you like it? You know, that really doesn't send the same message. And then the last one is assume. So assuming the sale, when you've reached out to somebody, they've taken a look at an opportunity video, they've listened to a SoundCloud, whatever, you know, business tool that you're using, then you can assume the sale afterwards that they're going to want to be a part of it. You know how valuable your business is because you've used that positive language. You've kind of gotten them to that point. Now you're going to close the sale by assuming that they want to be a part of it. And that kind of goes back to the whole confidence factor too. I think a lot of times we're afraid or we assume that people are going to say no. So by assuming they're going to say yes and thinking, well, why wouldn't somebody want what I'm having? Then your whole confidence is going to change. You ever go in and you can tell the best salesman in like a car dealership because he's so confident. You don't feel that same pressure to buy something or like he's depending on you to purchase the car. Like he's just kind of smooth and cool because he knows that he's selling the best cars in the business. Does that make sense? So by assuming the sale, that has to do with both reaching out about the opportunity and also your products. So for instance, somebody's just reached out to me. They want to buy the liquid foundation. I assume that they also want the brush with it. So, all right, to get the best application with your liquid foundation, you're going to need this brush. It's only $32. I can add it to your cart. Is there anything else you need today? I've already assumed they want that brush, even though they never told me that they did. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. So let's see what else. Another thing I was talking, I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself, but you guys didn't hear this. I met Kelly Rose Sarno. I don't know if you guys know her, but you probably heard the name. She's making a name for herself right now in her business. Recruited over 100 people this month. She just recently hit Black status, and she was kind of just talking to me about some of the things that she does with her girls and how she's built this business so strong so quickly. And she did say that she doesn't teach flash sales. I don't feel like flash sales are income producing. I think if you're going to do one, it should be a customer appreciation event that you do once a year. But don't rely on flash sales to get your promotion every month, because again, it really negates the value of our product. You have to learn the skills of how I can sell this product consistently without constantly taking money out of my pocket. That was one tip she gave me. And the other thing that she said was when going live, she goes live every single day to the point where her audience, if they don't see her go live, they're going to be calling her house, wondering where she is and if she's okay. And I think it's important that, like Liz says this a lot too, that when we go live, we want to make sure that from the minute that 3, 2, 1, we're talking, because we want a replay audience. We want people that aren't just watching it at this moment. We want people to come back and watch it and find it valuable too. So make sure you're not sitting and waiting for people to join. And she said at the very beginning of all of her videos, she's got it memorized pretty much to a T. It's the same message. She introduces herself. She says who she is, what status she is, what company she's with. Obviously, if the live relates to the business. And she says, hey, if you find this video to be of value, please feel free to give me hearts and share it. By you sharing this video, that's how I expand my network and build this business that I can be home with my son. So just kind of, in a sense, that's also asking for people to support you. It's asking for them to share your video. And I hadn't really thought of that in every video to ask people to share it. Because she asked me that. We were talking about the videos we do, and I said, I feel confident in my videos, but sometimes I feel like my audience is limited to a lot of presenters. And she said, don't be afraid to ask people to share your video if they find it to be valuable. So I thought that was a good tip. Who else we got? Anybody else want to share a tip? Oh, Jessie. Look how cute. Precious baby. Anybody got any wins for the month? Coco.
Is Tiffany Redmond on here? If she's on here, she started a couple weeks ago. She just hit pink status. She hit fast start. She's well on her way to blue status for the month, and she will be earning that trip to Punta Cana. I just know it. Tiffany, if you would unmute yourself and give some of your tips to what you're doing to get started, how you're generating, like what you're saying to people, because I know that you're pretty good with upselling also. I think she's on here.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. My biggest seller right now is the foundation and the foundation brush. I have had more luck. I think people have a bad taste in their mouth about the mascara. That's what I'm finding. And I'm trying to let everybody know that it's been reformulated and showing them that it's not flaking as bad, really showing them how to use it. But I'm having better luck selling the foundation and the tools. And I think a lot of it for me is that they trust me as far as my opinion goes, just because I'm in the business, I guess. But I always upsell with my tools, because I really do believe that it takes the guesswork out of it for people that don't necessarily play with makeup all the time. So that's really where I've hit the sweet spot, I guess, is with that. So
Yeah, I want to add to that too, because it is so often for, well, you're so good at makeup. Oh, well, look how great you do. It's because I'm using the right tool for the job. And I do
No.
a video in my parties, and I start off with hedge trimmers, and I say, I can cut your hair with these hedge trimmers. However, I'm going to
Right.
do a much better job if I use my shears. So if you're using
Mhm.
the right tool for the job, you're going to be better at it. And so
Exactly.
letting your customers know that is really beneficial. Thank you for sharing.
Anytime.
I love that. I want to kind of add to that too, because part of customer service is making sure that they have everything that they need to get the most out of that product. So if it, for me, like the primer paired with the foundation, paired with the brush, it's going to give you the best application. And it's up to you. Like, I don't know if you guys have read the book Go for No. I talk about it quite a bit. But if you've never gotten to know in your sales process, then you might have missed out on money in your pocket. So, when somebody reaches out to me and they say, hey, I want to buy the liquid foundation. Yeah, I could say, sure, here's my website. It's $39. Let me know if you have any questions. But I could also recommend other products that are going to complement that one product. And it's not up to me to decide what their budget is. It's up to them. So if I offer them more and they tell me no, that's fine. It's not going to hurt my feelings. It doesn't mean that my products suck. It just means that I've given them an opportunity to get the most out of their products. So it's important that we remember that too. Yo.
That made me think of something about, people leaving money on the table. I want to see if I can share my screen with you guys and share a video with you. Let me see if I can do this. I have it pulled up here. Okay, let's see. Share screen. Okay, can you all see this?
This is a test of
And
selection.
can you hear it?
Count how many times the players wearing white pass the basketball. How many passes did you count?
Let me pause this for a second. How do I stop sharing my screen? Okay, did everyone count how many times the white people passed the ball?
I lost count at 12.
Me too. 12.
Okay, so let me go ahead and hit play again. I'll share this back with you. Share screen. Well, shoot, hold on a second. Bear with me. If you have your TV on, mute yourself, please.
The correct answer is 15 passes. But did you see the gorilla? This video is from research by Daniels.
And that's how often opportunities are missed. Who saw the gorilla the first time around? Raise a hand. Who saw the gorilla? So a few of you. Excellent. Most people don't see it. It's because you're so focused on one thing. It's like we need to be fighter pilots, because fighter pilots not only are flying the plane, but they're also air traffic controllers. So they see everything that's going on while they're controlling the plane and flying the plane. And so it's so common for things to be missed, like the opportunity to upsell, the opportunity to talk about the business. And so I always thought that's a really good video, and kind of like it was a big aha moment for me many years ago when I saw that. And it's like, okay, my radar needs to be on. I need to be tuned in, but I need to be paying attention to the bigger picture.
For sure. I think that happens so often with people joining the business. I mean, how many times do we assume that somebody doesn't want to be a part of it, and then you see them show up in your newsfeed, somebody welcoming them as a new presenter, and it's not you. You know, it's just because you were too afraid to say something, or you didn't follow up. It happened to me today. I had a lady I was talking to about the business, and I'm pretty confident she might have been poached by somebody on my team that probably didn't know me better. However, it's my fault. I dropped the ball. I didn't follow up with her enough. So somebody else did. And hey, you know, it's part of the business. You can't get mad. You got to learn from it, move on. Boom. Anybody else have anything to add? I think that's a pretty good session for the night. I know tomorrow evening at 9:30 p.m. we're going to have another welcome new presenters call. We're constantly adding new people to the page, and we want to continue to make sure that they're being supported and learning the 5-6 basic steps of starting out as a new presenter. So make sure that if you have people that you've just signed up, you let them know tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, the Zoom call. Download the app. It's the same link to join, and I believe we need one more leader to volunteer. If anybody wants to raise a hand, raise a hand, we need. Is it the back office basics? It's a very simple topic. Anybody that wants to cover it, that feels confident explaining your back office, we need one more person to volunteer. So let us know, but definitely let your teams know, those that are, you know, getting plugged in. I just sponsored 2 new people recently, so they're going to be on the call tomorrow. It's a great tool to use to make sure that they're getting their best chance for getting started. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you again tomorrow night and Thursday morning, 10:30 a.m.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Night.